I heard that you were overthinking again, but again about something silly. And trust me, it's okay because I've been there. I've overthought the silliest things that can happen on this earth. But the difference is that one day I just woke up and I thought, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with overthinking the silliest things. I'm done letting my thoughts control my day, define my mood, define my relationships, and everything else. And I just said done. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dorka, and in this video I'm going to be sharing 7 tricks that help me get over my overthinking. For a long time I've had problems with overthinking. I'm pretty sure if you clicked on this video you know what overthinking is, but if you don't know, overthinking is basically a process where you have a thought and you overthink it to the point where it becomes toxic. Now, the reason why I decided to make this video is because I overthought a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And the silliest things, like I overthought the silliest things on this earth. And there were some times when these overthinkings were so tough that they literally changed my entire day, my week, my month. So if you are also dealing with overthinking, please make sure that you watch this video because I'm going to be sharing how I overcame this process of overthinking. What are the tricks that I use for myself to stop my head from literally creating their own problems? So the very first trick that I used, and this is what I keep telling myself every time I want to overthink, is that when you overthink, you create your own problems. Because just imagine, we're going to be using one example throughout the whole video, and I'm going to use that example for each 7 tricks. So you can see that basically you can use all the 7 tricks. And the good part is you don't even have to use all the 7. Just use 1 or 2 and you're done. You're done for life. So let's say that we have a single problem. A problem that is, you did an interview. Okay, you did an interview for your dream job. You did an interview and you're overthinking if you blew it off. Now, the first thing that I just keep telling myself is that when you overthink, you create your own problems. Why? Let's go back to the interview example, and we can say that, okay, you had an interview yesterday and everything was fine. You were talking to the interviewer, they were asking you questions, you managed to reply to everything, okay. But of course you are stressed, and it's okay. You are stressed, you don't know what's gonna happen. So the next day, you're sitting in your couch, drinking your coffee, and you're thinking to yourself, I think that I blew off the interview. The first thing that you have to tell yourself in these moments is that 1, you are creating your own problem. Because did you blow off your interview? No. Show me the proof that you blew your interview off. You cannot. There is no email saying, dear somebody, we are sorry to inform you, but we are not going to proceed with you. Do you have that email? No. This means you are overthinking because you don't have a proof. If you have a proof, it becomes a problem, or as I like to call it, a challenge. If you don't have a proof, it's overthinking. So every time you think of something like this, I want you to look in the mirror and say, look, stop that. You are creating your own problems. Stop that. Stop that. As humans, we have problems every single day. We have to get up, we have to go to work, we have to deal with relationships, we have to maintain family relationships, we have to work to be able to pay the bills, we have to work out so our body is healthy. Why? Why do you need more thoughts? Why do you need more problems? Why? You don't. So stop creating your own problems. The second thing is something that I also tell to myself in the mirror when I tell them that it's a problem, that doesn't exist, is that when do you overthink? You overthink when that thing is out of your control, which means you go on an interview, right? Before you go into an interview, you prepare. You prepare, you read about the job, you read about the company, you read about your interviewer, everything. You prepare everything. The interview goes, and then, of course, when the interview is done, the decision is no longer in your hands. That's why you overthink. Because when you can do something, then you're gonna take action, right? Before the interview, you're not gonna overthink, oh, I think I'm gonna blow off this interview. No, because you can prepare, you take action. But when you are done with the interview and you are done and you just have to wait, that's when the overthinking comes, because that's when you think, what if I said this? Because the control is in the company's hands again. Because when you apply, you are in control. When they ask you for an interview, they are in control. Then you go on interview, you are in control. And when they make the decision, they are in control. So just remember that if you cannot control something, let it go. Don't overthink it. If you cannot change it, why do you waste your time? Why do you think about that? Don't think about that. And here follows the third thing, is that when you overthink and you can actually take action, take action. That's simple. So if you are overthinking before your interview, because there are a lot of people, I was one of them, when we were like, oh my gosh, this is such an important interview, what if I'm gonna blow it off? Don't blow it off. What do you need to do not to blow it off? You have to read about the company. What if they ask about the company's value or mission or vision statement? You need to prepare. So instead of overthinking, take action. And if you cannot take action because we are after the interview, then let it go. Let God decide. Let your faith decide. If you believe in something, just the universe is going to decide for you. Not you, not anyone else, the universe. But at that point, you cannot think about that anymore. You don't have simply the control. It's okay. It's okay. There are so many things in our life with what we don't have control, and it's okay. The fourth trick that I use is the hardest, because this is what I'm still working on. But if you can use any other tricks, it's perfectly okay. That basically, when you overthink, it means you don't have a lot of self-confidence. Why is that? Because if you think about it, we have two people. We have person one who has a lot of self-confidence and person two who doesn't. Okay. Both go on an interview. Both have a good interview. We don't know if it's successful. We don't know if it was a failure. The interview is done. Then person A, who has confidence, goes home and says, look, you did your best. You did everything that you could have done. From now on, whatever happens, we can deal with it. If we don't get the job, it's okay. We're gonna get another job. If we get the job, we are happy for ourselves. And he relaxes. We have person B, who is insanely stressful, who's overthinking because he doesn't have self-confidence. He goes home and says, wow, what if I said something wrong? Wow, what happens if I don't get this job? If I don't get this job, I'm not gonna have any other job. Why not? Honestly, why not? I get that. I get that this is your dream job. I get that this has been your dream since you were a little kid. But do you think just because you mess up one time, you can never be successful again? You can never work in this field again? Why? Why would you say that? It's nonsense. So just remember, whatever happens, you want to be person A. You want to be person A. You want to go home and say, look, it's okay. I did my best. I prepared. From now on, if I get the job, we are happy. If not, I'm going to keep looking because I have the skills, because I have the knowledge, because I have the strength to do it. The fifth one is for very, very, very visual people, including me, is to make an action map. So my action map looks very, very, very simple, like super simple. I think it took me like 3 minutes to draw. Basically, on the top of the paper, you're gonna write your problem. So my problem is I am overthinking about this job. Okay. Then you have to make 2 columns, which means you have to first write the question, can I change it? And then you say yes or no. So I want you to think about it. If you can change it, then okay. But let's start with if you cannot change it. If you cannot change it, you leave that column empty, because if you cannot change it, I don't care about that. Like, it's like the weather, right? You cannot change the weather. So why are you worried if it's raining today or if it's sunny? You don't care because you cannot change that. It's that simple. If you cannot change it, let it go. Let it go. Don't care about that. Forget it. And if your answer is yes, I can change that, then I want you to write down how, when, what do I need for this, what do I need to change it, what do I already have, and how long it's gonna take me. And this is very simple, because if you are at the beginning of the interview and you say, I'm overthinking, can you change that? Yes, of course. You are before the interview. You go, you say, how can I change it? Preparing. How you prepare? I don't know. You read about the job. You read about the company. When? You can do it literally right now. What do I need? You need the website. What do I already have? You have, of course, your CV, your motivational letter. How long it's going to take me? Top 10 minutes. And then overthinking is gone. And if you overthink after the interview, then the little sign will go to no. And then adios, weather, like the weather. You don't worry about the weather. You don't sit on your couch and be like, oh, it's raining today. Because you cannot change it, right? Overthinking is the same. You cannot change it. You let it go. The sixth one is very, 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 very important. And this is the 24-hour rule. What does it mean? The 24-hour rule means that you only think about the next 24 hours. You don't think about the next month, the next year, in 10 years, what am I going to do? No, only the next 24 hours. And this is good because a lot of times people think about, for example, what's going to happen in a half year when school starts. Or they're going to say, what happens when I go on that work trip in 3 months? Who cares? Who cares? Honestly, it's in the future. Why are you worried about that? Worry about what you're going to do tomorrow. What you're going to do tomorrow. Worry about what you're going to eat tomorrow. What outfit you're going to wear to work. Do not worry about stuff that are so much in the future. If we go back to the job interview and you have the interview on a Thursday afternoon, do not worry about not getting an answer by Friday. Because imagine, there are a lot of candidates. There are a lot of interviews. Let it go. Let it go. You do the interview and you forget about it. If you get the job, yay. If you don't get the job, you can apply to anything else. Remember, once one door closes, another opens. Trust me, a lot of doors were closed in my life, which I'm going to be talking about later in this channel. How many times I was faced with failure. How many times I thought, okay, this is the end. I didn't get the job. I didn't get accepted to school. I was like, what am I going to do? And here I am, happy. I have a good school. I have a good job, a good relationship. Everything is good because I didn't give up. I just let those thoughts go. So always focus on the next 24 hours because the next 24 hours is what matter. Today, you cannot change your future in 10 years. Today, you can change what you're going to do tomorrow. And yes, if you do this every day, you eventually will be able to change your future in 10 years, but not in one day. It's a progress. It's a lot of progress. You cannot proceed in your life if you are sitting and overthinking about the weather. The seventh one is the most powerful one, which I've already talked about this in my other video, is to have the mindset that you either win or you learn. We're going back to our two people, person A, person B. Let's say both of them gonna fail the interview. Okay, person A says, okay, well, that's quite unfortunate. What did I learn from this? Maybe my CV is not correct, or maybe the motivational letter wasn't good enough. Maybe in the interview I was too, I don't know, basic. He learns from it, and the next time he goes, he's gonna be more active. Better motivational letter, better CV. He learns from it. Now we have person B who is not self-confident, who is a little bit of a negative person, who likes to overthink a lot. He's gonna think, well, I wasn't just enough. Well, I should have said it better. Well, I'm not gonna get a job ever again. Why not? Why not? You have to realize that you never lose. You never lose in this life. Because why would you lose? You lost this job, but you're gonna win another one. You lost this person, but you're gonna win another one. You lost this school, but you're gonna get accepted to another one. You learn. Imagine if you do something and you always succeed. What you gonna learn? You're gonna learn nothing. The only thing you can learn from is if you fail. You have to make a mistake. Just remember babies. Babies learn how to walk because they always fail, they always trip. And then they stand up and they keep walking. And now we are here 20, 30, 50, 40, and we're walking without tripping. So just remember babies. And just remember the weather. These are such good examples. The weather is like you're overthinking. You cannot change it, so you don't think about it. Failing is like babies. They have to learn how to walk, so they fail. And then they stand up again, up until the point where they can go. I'm not saying you are a baby, but you did it when you were 2, 3 years old. Why cannot you do it now, when you have the intelligence, the maturity for it? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you don't want to miss out on more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I really hope you're going to have an amazing day. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye bye.